Welcome to the Young Researcher Academy YouTube channel. Join a vibrant network of young scholars, united by a passion for discovery and a drive to make a meaningful impact. Stay updated, collaborate, and grow with us. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.
Prior to the last seminar we had, I told us to do some installation on our PC. I told us to install some tools that may be useful or that will be useful, not even will be useful, that are useful for our research journey. So one of the tool was actually Zotero or mainly any of the two. Zotero is a reference manager tool, which makes referencing your paper easier. So I prefer to use Zotero because Zotero is more user-friendly than Menly. So I told us to actually install it then. And I believe that those that were in the last seminar, those that have been with us before, must have done the installation, right? Mrs. Badmus, I believe you've installed Zotero on your PC.
Yes, sir.
All right, good. And I believe Mr. Rahim also have it already on his PC. Mr. Rahim, you're welcome back. I think the network has been an issue there over there. Sorry to hear about that. So we are going to be making use of those tools this evening. Mr. Emmanuel Akibong, I don't know if I get the pronunciation of your last name correct. You're welcome, sir. All right, so we're going to be making use of those tools, and our focus today is smart literature discovery with some AI tools. Now, I need to state the fact that using AI in research is not wrong, but it is very wrong when we now depend on AI to do everything we want to do. You know, literally some students or some researcher, all their research work or research paper, their article from the beginning to the end, is being done by AI, artificial intelligence. In fact, don't be surprised that there are some researcher that uses AI to analyze their work, which is very, very wrong. Ethically, it is wrong. Yeah, AI is supposed to be just like it's supposed to be used in gathering ideas. That's the function of AI, to gather ideas, you know, not for the sole aim of writing papers. That is why when you see papers like that written with AI, you would realize that you get to see some things like references that doesn't exist. Yeah, you tend to see a high similarity percentage, a high plagiarism percentage on those work because they were written by AI. Because what AI does is that AI will search through the databases online and just bring some works together and write them for you. So even if you are using AI to correct your grammar, the organization of the content of your work, it is very important that you declare it. Yeah, there's something we call declaration of generative AI. Most of the Scopus Index journal request for it. If you use AI in any part of your work, you need to declare it. And you must state that you, the researcher or the author of the paper, took responsibility for everything regarding the work. AI is not meant to be declared as an author because AI doesn't have feeling. Are we following? I hope I'm not just talking to myself. All right, all right. Mr. Rahim,
Yes, sir.
are you back fully now, Mr. Rahim? Can you hear us? Hello, Mr. Rahim. Oh my God, we can't hear you, sir. Mr. Rahim, are you there? Okay, Mr. Rahim is actually struggling with network. So let me just introduce him. He's the General Secretary of Young Research Academy because of his passion and dedication for research and growth. That was why he was conferred with that responsibility. So in case you want to reach out to me and I'm not available, you can always reach out to him. Yes, you can always reach out to him for anything you need because he's also a guru, yeah, in research. Because presently he's doing some things that amazes me as well. Yes, it amazed me. Don't worry, one of his work is coming out very soon. Yeah, it's coming out very soon in an international outlets. Mr. Rahim, are you there? Can you hear me? Oh, okay. So I'm going to share my screen in a moment. So I mentioned some tools that I want us to look at. Permit me, there's nothing like a slide. Yeah, I didn't prepare any slide. I will have to reshare, please. I didn't prepare anything like a slide because this is meant to be practical. I felt that preparing a slide may limit us to some areas. That is why I didn't prepare any slide for this purpose of this seminar. So I told us to that we are going to be looking at some AI tools tonight. And from what we have on the group, we have Google Scholar, Google Scholar Lab, Consensus AI, Research Rabbit. Yeah, I'm going to be ignoring Research Rabbit there because it has limitations, and you still need to register. Unlike other AI that are there, other AIs there you can just sign in with Google, which makes it easier. Then SciSpace AI, Perplexity AI, Google Notebook LM, and Undermind. So this evening we're going to be starting with Google Scholar Lab. Hello, are you with me? We are starting with, if you are with me, just give me a thumb up anytime I ask instead of unmuting. You can just give me a thumb up so that I will know that I'm not just talking to myself. So we'll be starting with Google Scholar Lab. And before we go to Google Scholar is a tool that all researcher must be acquainted with. We must know how to use them. Mr. Rahim, I'm not hearing anything you're saying. I don't know why. Probably your network. And your audio is actually connected. So I don't know why we can't hear you. So it is a tool that we as researcher must know how to use. Very, very, very important. Yeah, very.
It's my network, you don't mind me.
Okay, yeah, I can hear you now, sir. Thank you, sir. Please introduce yourself shortly before the network misbehaves again. Mr. Rahim, are you there? Permit me, so sorry about that, please. Okay, no problem. So Google Scholar, this is a research tool that every one of us must be familiar with. And there's something that you need to install to your Google Scholar. Yeah, and that is excitation. Yeah, just search for those that have not installed it yet, search for excitation extension. Just type excitation. Yeah, even before you finish typing it, you will see it here. Just click on it, then you click open it, open the first thing there. So you're going to see it when it loads. Add to Chrome, add to Brave, add to Microsoft Edge. So just click add to Chrome if you are using Chrome browser. If you are using Brave browser, click add to Chrome, and if you are using Microsoft Edge, click add to Microsoft Edge. So that's one of the tool that, extension that you must install on your Google Scholar on your browser as a researcher. And the function of it is that it makes you know the works that belongs to a Scopus index, work that are Scopus indexed. So when you do that, Scopus index journal can be classified as Q1, Q2, Q3, or Q4. So when you install that, it's going to show you. Now, for instance, let me go to my profile. If I go to my profile now, when you click this, you would realize something here. When you click it, you see something like Q3 here. That is telling you that out of all the 10 papers that I have out there, only one of it fall within the range of Q3. Yeah, everything are actually international journals, but one of it is Q3, and 7 of it are Web of Science index. So it doesn't show Web of Science. It doesn't show you whether the paper is Web of Science, but it's going to show you if it is Scopus indexed paper. If you search for any researcher, for instance, let me search for a particular researcher that I follow very well, the Doizo. I follow him on Facebook. So if you search for him, I respect this man so much that he has a lot of Scopus Index journal. Yeah, so it has 5 Q3 journal and 1 Q4 journal, as you can see here. So you can easily skim through the profile and see the Scopus index. As you can see, this one is Scopus index Q3, this one is Q3, this one is Q3, this one is Q3, Q3, and this one is Q4. That is the function. So if you are searching for anything on Google Scholar, for instance, let's say you are searching for effectiveness of teaching methods on Yoruba students' academic performance. Academic performance. I'm just using this as an example. Academic performance. So if you're searching for this, for instance, it's going to show you all those papers. As you can see, immediately I search for it, you will see some things here. You see Q3. Okay, still loading. I think it's still loading it. So once it finished loading, this thing that you are seeing here that is rolling will stop. So when it stops, you'll be able to look at the papers that are Scopus index either falls within the range of Q1, Q2. Now, one thing that you need to know is that please let's stay muted so that won't be any interruption. Thank you. So when you look at okay, now it has finished loading. As you can see here on this page, only this paper is a Q3 journal. Q3 journal. And when you are searching on Google Scholar, you should note something. Any paper that you see something like PDF beside this or HTML, something like that, it means that those papers are open access. That's how to know an open access paper when you are searching on Google Scholar. This one is open access. It means that the PDF is readily available for me to read. This one is open access. This one is open access. Now, when you see HTML, HTML means that the paper is available in web version. And there are some of it that will be available in web version and at the same time be available in PDF formats. I hope you're following. So that's how to know. So this is open access, this is open access, this is open access. So you need this mostly when you are trying to write a literature review article, because one of the you may want to decide that one of your inclusion criteria for analysis in a systematic literature review is that you only synthesize studies that are open access. Yeah. So this is how to know they are open access. All these papers, they are open access. If you go to the second page as well, you can just click the second page, then you will see it there. That is that on Google Scholar. Any questions so far before I proceed? Before I proceed to Google Scholar Lab. Any question? Please, if you have any question, kindly ask before I proceed so that we can attend to it. I've told us how we can install excitation extension. Just search for excitation extension, then you would be able to install it. You will be able to install it. All right. Okay, Mrs. Badmus.
Thank you very much, sir. Sorry, can you please clarify this Q1? What does Q1? What does Q2 and Q up to Q4? What do they mean?
Okay, now when we're talking about Q1 to Q4, now Q1 to Q4 is just what is used to represent papers published in Scopus index, Scopus, like papers that have been published and are indexed in Scopus, like depending on their citation factor, their site score, and their accessibility, their visibility range between Q1, Q2, Q3. Q1 means that any paper that falls within Q1 means that they are 25, like they occupy the first 25% paper, like their first 25%, like their visibility is of the first 25%, and they are highly ranked. So if you want to submit a paper to Q1, in fact, the paper must be top-notched. It must be a paper that is top-notched. So Q2 follows, then followed by Q3, and the last one is Q4. Do we understand? Have I answered your question, Mrs. Badmus?
Okay, sir. Does that mean that it is in percentile? Is it in percentile? 25,
Yeah,
50,
exactly.
75?
Yeah, 25, yeah. 25, 50, 75, and the last 100. So the first 25 is the one that has the highest visibility. Don't be surprised. There are some of the Q1 journal, you will see their H index to be like 120. Do we know the difference between H index and high index? Do we know the difference between H index and high index?
No, I don't.
Oh, okay. Okay, I think some people are sending messages on the chats. Okay. Oh, okay. So H index, let me go to my profile. I think I will you just permit me to use my profile. Or okay, don't let me use my profile so that let me search for that same person again. All right. So I'm using this person's profile now. Now you will realize that when you open your Google Scholar profile, this is what you see there. You would see H index and high index. H index means that the number of times your paper has been cited. Like this 5 here, this 5 H index you are seeing here means that 5 of this person's paper has been cited 5 times. That's the meaning of H index. Let's count it together. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. As you can see, it doesn't exceed 5. So 5 of the paper has been cited 5 times. Do you understand now? That is H index. That is what it means. Then talking of I index means that how many of your paper has been cited 10 times. That's what it means. As you can see, only one of this paper has been cited 10 times. That's why you see the high index to be 1. Have I answered the question now? Do we understand the difference between the two now? H index and I index. That's one of the things they also look out for in the research, in academia, your H index, your high index. It's possible there are some people that their H index is high, but their high index is very small. Yeah, so there's a way they calculate it, they compare the two to know the level at which one falls. Do we understand now, please? Please, I want you to give me a thumb up, and if there's need for any clarification, please let me know. Each index will show how many times your paper has been cited. Like 5 of this paper, someone that has an H index of 5 means that 5 of the paper has been cited 5 times. If someone has an H index of 10, that means 10 of the person's paper has been cited 10 times. That is what it means. Let me go to my profile. Like my Google Scholar profile, my H index is 3 and my I index is 0. I index is 0 because I've not have any of my papers cited 10 times, up to 10 times. Yeah, I just started my publication last year. So 2024 specifically, I published one in 2024. And last year alone, I published 8. And this year I've published 1. So that is how to read the H index and the high index. So let's move on to Google Scholar Lab. Now, this Google Scholar Lab is something that you need to register for and be given access to. Now, if you check your Google Scholar, you may see something like this lab there. When you click your own, it will not bring it out the same way it brings my own. It's going to tell you to register. Please follow the prompt there and register. Are we on the Google Scholar Lab? Hello, are we on the Google Scholar Lab? Please open your Google Scholar, then click on Lab. Go to your Google Scholar, click on Lab. So when you click on Lab, it's going to load up. Since you've not registered your own, it may not show this interface. You need to register. I think within 24 to 48 hours, it's going to be approved. When I did my own, it was within the range of 48 hours. Hello, Mr. Tosin, Mrs. Badmos. Are you on your Google Scholar? Have you opened the Google Scholar Lab?
I'm doing that. I'm using my laptop to join the meeting, and I'm trying to.
Okay, you joined with phone. Oh, whenever you are joining our meeting,
No, I'm not joining with phone. I joined with the laptop. Okay, let me do it on my phone. I joined with laptop. Let me do it on my phone.
Okay, laptop can also do it. I think laptop will be better so that it will give you the best experience. Oh, Mrs. Badmos, have you been able to do that? Please, I just want to ensure that everyone is actually following. Oh, Mrs. Badmos, I can't hear you.
Yes, sir. I'm with you, sir. Yes,
okay,
sir.
Have you registered the Google Scholar? Is this interface Is this the interface is showing at your hand? The Google Scholar Lab.
Yes, sir.
The same
Yes,
thing.
sir.
Oh, that means you've
Yes.
registered. Yeah, you've registered this. Yeah, the recording. I'm recording it. Yeah, nah, yeah, I'm recording it. But just that the sharing of the recording may not be as soon as possible because a lot of responsibilities are on my head. All right. So this is Google Scholar Lab. Now, if you want to use Google Scholar Lab, what it's mostly useful for is that it makes site searching for papers that are related to your study easier. Like maybe you want to search for a paper based on research question. Please note that if you want to use Google Scholar Lab, whatever you are asking Google Scholar Lab must be in form of a question. If you type anything that is not a question, it's going to give you a response that it doesn't understand. For instance, if I say, let's say, flipped classroom instructional, okay, flipped classroom teaching method. This is not a question. Let's search. I don't know if they've upgraded that, but it's supposed to be in form of a question, unless they've upgraded that. Okay, as you can see, it's asking me, it has turned the, oh, they've upgraded it. Before, if you search it like this, it's not going to show. Now, when they started this thing, it's not going to show like this. But now it has been upgraded. Yeah, wow, this is great. As you can see, it's showing that how does flipped classroom method impact student academic achievement and the likes like that. So let me go back. I want us to look at how it really works. So when you are here, for instance, I'm going to, okay, I want someone to give me a particular research question that we can actually search. Anyone? Give me a particular research question that I can search for. I don't want to be the one. Anyone? A research question. And if you don't have any problem, you just open some of my works and, type it in there. All right. I don't want to use this. Okay, let me use this SDG paper. Okay. All right. So this is I'm just going to pick the research question in this, if there is any. Okay. Now, this is a question. How consistently is climate change education integrated into science curricula across different educational systems, and what standardization gap exists? So if I copy this now, or let me just, I can even copy everything all together. I want to search paper based on all this. Like I want to write empirical studies. I want to review empirical studies based on this. So I copy this. I go to my I'll go to my Google Scholar Lab and paste this. Now I've pasted this here now, and I will search. So the difference between this and the normal Google Scholar is that in normal Google Scholar, what you use in searching are strings. Like there are some strings that you use in searching. For instance, you can search for, okay, let's say climate change education and curriculum, climate change education and educational system. That's how you search for it. But this one is not like that. It can bring all the variables together and search for papers based on that. So it's going to help us to categorize that question based on string and look for related papers. As you can see, it's bringing out the results. It says clarifying climate confusion, addressing systemic holes, cognitive gap, and misconception through climate literacy. So it won't just give you the papers, it will also give you what they find, like their findings. It says this paper explains that a review of 5 decades of science education explains that a review of 5 decades of education reveals that basic climate science have not been consistently addressed. So that's a gap already. Climate science, basic climate science has not been consistently addressed. Okay, but you need to look at the year. You will realize that this year is 2008. So you don't need to reckon with this kind of paper because it has been long. So you just ignore that. Then you go into those ones that are recent. Okay, I think I'm seeing 2019 here, which is still a bit recent. Okay, and as you can see, you will see PDF. I said the other time, I said it the other time. Anytime you see a PDF beside a paper title on Google Scholar, it means that that paper is open access. So this is an open access paper. And one thing that you can look at for whenever you are picking papers you want to cite is that you need to look at their citation factors. Now, this paper has quite a number of high citations. As you can see, it has been cited by 1,810, which means that it has enough visibility. So you can include it in your literature review. So the findings, it says it suggests effective instructional approaches, discusses implementation barrier of climate change education. So this is a paper you can use. Then there's another one here. This one is not open access. You may ignore that. And considering the year is far, so you can ignore that. Then you have another one here, which is recent, 2023 papers. Okay, and this one is published in Springer, published by Springer. So it has quite a number of citation, which is 37. You can also include that. So that is how to search using Google Scholar Lab. So you can search for more results. And most of these papers, when you search for those papers and it brings it out, you will realize that there's going to be a summary of what the studies found. It's going to show you the summary. Then from there, you can be able to link those things together and identify a gap. Even with this, without reading all this paper, I realized that there's scanty study. Yeah, the studies are not really much about climate change literacy. So the ones that are there still left some gaps. I've told us how we can identify research gap in our previous seminar. So in case you need to watch that, you will need to go to our YouTube channel to search for this video. Just search for Young Researcher Academy on YouTube. So you will find every of our seminars video on it. Any question regarding this Google Scholar Lab? Any question regarding this Google Scholar Lab? Okay, Mrs. Badmos.
Thank you very much. Please, if I want to reference this one now, how do I reference them? This one that we are in this science lab work here.
No, you don't reference the science lab work. You reference the work you are using from it. Like if you want to use this one now, you can open it. When you load it, you will see the paper. The actual paper is going to show the actual paper. Then you can actually reference it. So I've clicked on one of it now, and it's showing. I don't know why my network is so slow. My internet is so slow, I guess. Let me go to another paper. Okay, let me use this if this is going to load faster. All right, like this one now, this is the paper. And that is why I told us that we need to install Zotero or reference manager. If you are using mainly, that's fine. And if you want to use Zotero, but most of the seminar will focus on Zotero for now. Maybe later I can install mainly because Zotero is user-friendly. So this is my Zotero. Please note that Zotero, once installed, it can help you organize your reference list. For instance, now, let's take for instance, Mr. Rahim, please, you have to mute yourself. Thank you, sir. So this is my Zotero manager now. Now, I want to write a paper on climate change literacy. So I can just come here. When you install it, when you load it, this is what you're going to see here. You can come here. This is this plus icon. You click on it. Then you can type, let's say, climate change literacy. So that's a folder. What I'm trying to do here is that I'm creating a folder. I don't want it to be under Discover Education. I'll click on my library, then click on New. Then I'll type climate change literacy. So if I do that, I'll click on Create Collection. So this is a new collection already. So when I come here to this is the page of the paper. I hope you're following. This is the page of the paper. Now, how do I add this particular citation, like this particular paper, in my reference manager? You would see something like this here. So when you install your Zotero, make sure you install your Zotero connector. There's something we call Zotero connector. You need to install it. When you install it, you will see an extension there. So on your browser, there's this particular something that looks like a circle here. That's where you see all installed extension. As you can see, Zotero connector is part of it. So, and I've pinned it. You pin it. When this thing is showing on pin like this, that means you've pinned it. And this is it here. This is the Zotero connector here. Look at it. It says, when I highlighted on it, it says save to Zotero. Has access to this site. So when you save to Zotero, that means Zotero will have access to this site. And as you can see, this paper is actually open access. You don't need to click on download. No, you don't need to click on download. Just click on this one, save to Zotero. When you click on save to Zotero, as you can see, it's loading. When it saves, it's going to show something that is as safe. You know. Let's wait for it to save. And you will please take note of something as this thing is saving. You would realize that it is saving under, it's not showing it again. Oh my God. Okay, it is saving under climate change literacy. So if you don't want to save it under climate change literacy, based on the folders you've created on your Zotero, you can select where you want it to be saved. So these are the folders I've created. We have more. If you want to see more, then you can pick anywhere you want it to be saved. So if I go back to my Zotero now, it has been saved already. If I go back to my Zotero, look at it. This is it. Can we see it here? This is the particular paper here. Okay. So, and how do I access the PDF? If I want to do that, I can double click. So how do you know the papers that are open access that has PDF on Zotero? When you look at this site and you see something like maybe PDF icon or something like this here, that means it has a PDF. When I double click this, it's going to load it up for me. So this is the paper. Okay, that's okay, it has loaded the page, the website page. Then I can click on this. Oh, okay, the paper does not have a web version. So if it is paper that has a web version, it's going to show it. Let me go to one of my other papers that I'm writing currently, like this one now. If I double click on this, as you can see, this is the paper. So I don't need to download the paper, so that my laptop won't be full of different kinds of paper. So I can easily read the papers there and, bring out whatever I want to bring out from it here. Then how do you now cite? How do you cite? So let's assume let me create a new document now. I want to cite that particular paper I've just imported to my Zotero reference manager. So what I would do is that I can just type anything I want to. Let's say this is what I want to reference now. Then I'll click on Zotero. Once you install Zotero and the connector, this one will be automatically shown on your Microsoft Word. I'll click on this. Then I'll click on Add Citation. Okay. Then it's going to pop up. What kind of citation do you want to use? If it is APA 7th edition, you don't need to be using your brain to do it. Zotero Manager will do that for you. Just click on APA. Okay, APA 7th edition. Let's look for APA 7th edition. Okay, this is it. American Psychological Association 7th edition. Then I'll click OK. So I've clicked OK. Then you will realize that paper, the other time, I can just search for the name. What is the name of that? Where's that paper that I loaded the other time? Oh my God. Okay, I think this is trying to look for the paper. Okay, this is it. Now you realize that what's the first name of the author here? The last name of the author. Is it Kevato? Kevato. Normally that thing is supposed to bring the last one I had it. I'm coming. Oh, sorry, please. I'm going to do this again. I'm going to have to do this again. Let me go back to the folder I created the other time. I titled the paper. Okay, this is the folder now. So if I come here now, I want to cite that particular paper. I'll click on Hide Citation. So this is the paper. So the recent paper you added is what is going to bring out first, because it is assuming that you want to use that paper for citation. As you can see, this is it. I'll just click on it. Then I'll click OK. I've cited this paper now. Can we see that it's much more easier to use Reference Manager for referencing than doing it, manually? As you can see, it says Kevato et al. 2018. So how do I now hide the bibliography, the references, list of reference? This is how I do it. So I'll just click on, you will see add or edit bibliography. Just click on it. Then you will see the bibliography here. As you can see, this is it. What you should have done manually, it has done it for you automatically. So it makes your work easier. So you can just title it references. Any question? I hope I'm not too fast.
It seems you did magic, oh.
Ah,
You have
okay. Where did I do magic? Where exactly? Please let me know. So in case you have any question, you may decide to unmute yourself and talk or send it to the chat.
this one that you just did, sir, that you wanted to cite. I didn't get how you put. I was following you, but I didn't really get how you.
Okay, let me okay, but you get the part of when I imported the paper to Zotero when I saved it.
Yes.
Okay. So what I said is that let's say I created a new document and I want to cite that particular paper or any other paper that I've saved on my Zotero. Let me open my Word. I want to create it. Start from the. So this is a blank document. So I've typed what I want to type, everything. So I want to cite this particular word now. I want to cite this particular word. So what I will do is that I will click on Zotero. Zotero. I hope I'm not too fast. So you click on add citation. It will be here, right here. Add citation. Then it's going to pop up and show you the citation style you want. If you want Chicago format, if you want MLA format, if you want Elsevier format, if you want Vancouver format, you can choose any of it. Then I click on American Psychological Association 7th edition. That is upper format. Then I click OK. So this is the paper I just added now. And if it is not showing here, you can just search for it. You can search for CERBA. It's going to bring it. For instance, some of my papers have been added to it. If I say search for Tijani now, Tijani, as you can see, it has bring out some of those works that are mine. So I can pick anyone that I feel that I want to cite, the one that I really want to cite. So I'll just click on it. So let's assume I want to cite both that's Caveto. Oh, the spelling is wrong. Okay, Sevato. So this is it. So I'll click on it. Then I want to cite Tijani as well. Tijani. So I want to cite this one. Then I'll click OK. So this is the citation here. Do you get it now? Mrs. Badmos and others. Please give me a thumb up in case you want to unmute. I hope it's clear now. I hope it's not magic.
No, sir. Thank you. It's clear.
Okay, so this is I want to add the references now, list of references. I'll just click add or edit bibliography. It is the same thing as references. Okay, so you just click on add this, then it's going to show it. This is it. So these are the two papers I've cited. Then I can just title it references. Do we get this? Any questions so far on this? The use of Google Scholar led us to this. Google Scholar Lab led us to this. So that is how to practically cite some sources using Zotero Reference Manager. Now, don't be surprised. Anytime, there are times that there's something we call parenthetical citation and what's the other name? And narrative citation. Parenthetical citation and narrative citation. Let me go to my QuillBots. I want to show us the difference between the two, parenthetical and narrative. In case you are not yet familiar with how to use Zotero, you can use QuillBots, but that one will not give automatic citation like that. So it can only give you a list of references. So let's assume I click this. I want to show us the difference between parenthetical. Now, let's look at this. Follow my cursor here. You will see parenthetical here. Parenthetical means that the citation is ending the sentence, while narrative means that the citation is starting the sentence. That's the difference between the two. Parenthetical means that the citation is ending the sentence while narrative is starting the sentence. Narrative is mostly used when you are trying to review empirical studies. Yeah, that is when you use it mostly. Like you want to reference that, okay, for instance, so person and so person looked at a particular study and this is what they found out. That's when you use it most time. So now let's assume I want to use this one as a parenthetical. I don't want it to end like this. If I follow the same protocol, this is how it's going to give me. But I don't want it to end the sentence. I want it to begin the sentence. I want it to begin the sentence. So this is what I would do. I can just come here and say add citation. Okay. So don't forget I used Zotero and I used Tijani the other time. Right? And I used Tijani, isn't it? Okay, let me say Zotero first. Let me use Zotero first. Zotero. Then I'll click on this. Click on this place. Click on this particular place. Okay. Click on omit citation, omit author. Omit author means that it's going to omit the author, but it won't put the name. So you click OK. So you just come to the front here, just type Zotero 2018. It has cited it. So it's still going to, as you can see, it has updated the list of reference, right? Because I've removed Tijani, it has updated it automatically. So you don't need to stress yourself updating your list of reference. So PhD students, you need to learn how to use this because it will make your work very, very easier. You know, at times you might have done some work and, you know, you've not organized your reference and you'll now be looking for the reference up and down. That's very, very stressful. When you use the Zotero, it makes your work referencing easier. Do we get that? Are we following? So let's assume I want to put Tijani 2025 now. I'll just click here and I'll do and Tijani. Okay. Then I'll come here, add citation, same way. Then I'll search for Tijani. Then I'll click this. Don't forget. Then I'll click on this Tijani again. I'll click omit author. Then I'll click OK. As you can see, it's there. Tijani 2025. It has updated it automatically. This is it. This is the reference list now. Do we get that? That's how to cite with, both narrative and parenthetical on Zotero. Hello? Any questions so far? I just hope I'm not too fast because Mrs. Badmos, Mr. Tijani, Mr. Tosin, Mr. Rahim.
Sorry, sir. When do we use the ampersand instead of using AND
Okay.
during citation?
Now, the ampersand, it depends on school. Like there are some schools now, they don't allow the use of ampersand. Ampersand, if you're following the 7th edition of APA format, ampersand is usually used for 7th edition when you are using the parenthetical citation. That is when the citation is ending the sentence. For instance, this one now, if I want it to end, and I want to use the same citation, if I click here, add citation, and I say, okay, I want to cite Zotero and I want to cite Tijani at the same time. When I click this, you would realize that it's going to use, oh, okay, let me look for a work that has just 2 authors. Let me update this list. I want to add another one to it. I think there's one of my work that we are just 2 on it. We're just 2 on it. Let me look for that. Okay, this one. Yeah, let me use this one. As you can see, look at ampersand here. It's showing ampersand. But if you want to cite this Ojo and Tijani now as a parenthetical, it's not going to use ampersand for 7th edition of APA. So let me do that. Let me do Tijani, Ojo and Tijani. Okay, so this is it. If I click OK, as you can see, oh, it's still narrative. I want it to be parenthetical. I mean, it's still parenthetical. I want it to be narrative. If I click here and I say, okay, it's going to bring only the year. Just click here. Then you can type that manually. You just type that manually as Ojo and Tijani. So if you are following the 7th edition of APA, the and must be when you are using the narrative. Then the parenthetical must be in form of ampersand. That's the difference between the two. However, there are some schools that have their own way of citation. Like UI now, either you are using parenthetical or narrative. The citation must use the full and not the ampersand. They don't allow the sign, this ampersand, they don't allow it at UI. Do we understand? Mrs. Badmus, have I answered your question, please?
Thank you very much. Yes.
All right, so that is how to do that. So the difference now, this is where mainly is much more, much more advanced than Zotero, in the sense that in mainly, all these things that I'm typing manually here, there's a way you can edit it in mainly. You can edit the citation the way you want it. Maybe you want it to be in form of a pattern or something. So this one that I'm typing also with hand here, that I'm typing all this Tijani and I'm omitting the author. You don't need to do that. You just need to add that same citation format under you edit it. There's a way you edit it. Probably in the next seminar, we're going to use mainly so that we'll be familiar with how to use mainly as well. So you will edit it, and both this one, Ojo and Tijani, will be there, and this one that has the normal hand will also be there. So you can just pick any one of it whenever you're citing. So that's the difference between mainly and Zotero reference manager. So let's go back to what we are looking at before, which is I just hope it's not what I searched for the other time that I typed on. Okay, probably I will just have to reload it. Google Scholar Lab. So this is Google Scholar Lab, like I said the other time. So I've told us that we're going to search using questions. So I want to search again, and we'll be able to discover that. So I don't think there's anything much again with this Google Scholar Lab. I believe we should know how to use the Google Scholar Lab now. It must be in form of a question. Whatever you are asking must be in question format. If it is not a question, it won't be able to, search effectively for you. Do we need any other clarification on Google Scholar Lab before I move on to the next two? Mrs. Badmos, Mr. Tijani. I don't know if Mr. Rahim is no longer in. Mr. Shegun, Mr. Tosin. Okay, please, can we have the record? Okay, I've answered this the other time. Yeah,
So I can't be able to install this Google Scholar on my phone. I don't know what the problem.
Is it
I'm trying to install it, but I can't. Google Scholar, yes,
you don't install
on my
Google Scholar. You don't install. Just search for Google Scholar.
Yeah, I'll just search on it. Okay, I'll just search for it.
Yeah, search for scholar.google.com. Let me copy the link to the chat. Just use the link I'll send to the chat now.
Okay. Okay, thank you, sir.
So scholar.google.com. Okay, I've sent it. Just click on scholar.google.com. When you do that, you will see at the top left corner, top left corner, you will see labs there. This is what you will see when you open it. Then you click on labs. But you must register first before you can have this interface. The reason why I'm having this interface is because I've registered first. So
I wanted to register, but I don't have the official email to register.
That's the challenge. For you to be registered on Google Scholar, you must have an official email address.
Oh, that's the reason. I don't have an official email. I'm trying to get it, but they didn't give me school.
Which school? Is it Unilag?
Yes, I'm talking. Tijani is talking.
Oh, Mr. Tijani. Okay. You have to go to ICT, CITS lab.
I went there severally, but didn't give me. Actually, they will do it soon.
You have to follow up because my own, I didn't even go there. There was a form they sent online. That was the form I filled, and
yes, I can't be able to do it then. So no problem.
All right. Okay. So
thank you, sir.
Yeah, you're welcome, sir. So that's that about Google Scholar Lab. Any other question? Okay, I believe there's no question for now. So let's go on to the next thing, which is Google Scholar Notebook LM. Google Scholar Notebook LM. See what I'm looking for the other time. Google Scholar Notebook LM. I've opened all these. I don't know why I'm still looking for it. Okay, let me just search Google Scholar. So you search for Google Scholar Notebook LM. So search for Google Scholar Notebook LM. Then you would see Google Notebook LM. Click on Google Notebook LM. It's going to lead you to the Google Scholar Notebook LM page. Am I doing the right thing? Google Scholar Notebook. Google Scholar Notebook. Notebook. And the funniest part is that I already have the what's it called here. I've opened the, oh, this is it. Sorry, this is it here. So just search for Google Notebook LM. Oh, that's the mistake I made. Search for Google Notebook LM. Google Notebook LM. So when you search for Google Notebook LM, you'll see Google Notebook LM. Just click on it. Then it's going to load up. When you click on it, sign in with your email address. It doesn't require an official email, I think. So you sign in with your email address. Then you click on Create New. Are we there? Click on Create New. So if you want to upload any paper, probably you have some papers and you want the Google Scholar Notebook to summarize those papers for you. For instance, let me upload one of my papers here. And let's see what it's going to bring out. Okay, my publications. Okay, I've uploaded the paper. See what this thing does for me. So instead of me to be taking my time to read through the paper, it doesn't, I don't have to do that again. Immediately I uploaded the paper, it says that this research article presents a systematic review of 20 empirical studies to identify effective ways of modernizing science education for 21st century. The authors advocate for it summarizes everything for me. So instead of you stressing yourself to read through paper from A to Z, you can just search. Like for instance, let's say, I want to say give a detailed, give a summary. Give a summary of how the paper was done and highlight the limitations of the study and possible research gap. I want to see if there's any research gap based on the paper. One thing about AI is that if you are using AI, you must be someone that can prompt it very well to get the idea you want to get. If you're unable to prompt AI, then it will be a problem. So I've prompted it now. So it says exploring materials. So it's going to bring it out in a moment. This paper provided in the sources is a systematic literature review and so on and so forth. Below is a summary of the methodology, limitation, and identify gap. The authors employed a systematic approach to identify, screen, synthesize, and existing research on 21st century skills. That's the methodology. So these are the search strategy. The researcher conducted a systematic search on Scopus and Google Scholar. So all these things, don't forget that I need to take my time to read it normally, manually before, but this Google Scholar Notebook LM has make it easier for me to see those things there. Then it goes on to the limitation to the study. It says the limitation. The authors acknowledge several limitations or constraints. Number one, language and publication bias, data verification bias, heterogeneity, duration and sample size, then possible research gap. The review highlights several areas where further investigation is needed to modernize science education. Number one, a longitudinal studies can be carried out instead of systematic review. Discipline-specific assessment should be carried out. So, assessment tool. So if I want to do the same systematic literature review, I may decide that, okay, let me review studies that is focused on discipline-specific assessment, and it's still going to be a systematic literature review. So getting that now, I would be able to put things together and search for papers that are relating to that using Google Scholar or any of the tools that I want to use to organize my paper. And don't forget that as I'm getting those papers, I'm organizing them on my Zotero so that I can have them all in one place and I will be able to access them. Do we understand? So that's the function of the Google Scholar LM. So it makes you to add notes and every other thing. And if you don't want to do it that way, if you don't want to upload your paper, you can just come here. You'll see search the web for news sources. Search the web for news sources. And why I like this one is that it will help you to search. It can help you search for papers based on someone's name. Can anyone give me the name of a particular researcher? Or probably anyone that you feel that you need their work, and I will search. Anyone? Hello, am I talking to myself?
No, you are not. I'm just thinking of a popular paper.
Seems only
Okay.
Miss Badmus is in this
Anero.
this
Please,
meeting.
can you search for Anero?
Okay, full name please.
Anero.
Anero. Okay, what's the last name or any other name?
Wow.
Okay, which institution? Which institution?
He's from a thing university in Asaba also.
No. We can't be able to do that. Okay, let me use one lecturer that I know like that. Help me with papers on misconception. This person is not a lecturer, but a PhD candidate. Papers on misconception in physics that has been published by this person is my co-author and friend. Deduyigbe Adeniyi Michael. Okay. As you can see, this thing is correcting my grammar. That's because I'm using Grammarly. So it's going to search the database, search the web, and probably give me those. Oh, little wonder. These are the work. Can we see it? Hello, can you see the wonder this thing is performing here?
Yes. Yes,
You
sir.
will see it here. 1, 2, 3, and the likes. Then you can click import. You can import it. So I've imported it to part of the paper I'm using here. As you can see, I've imported it here now. So based on this now, I can ask any question based on those paper and it's going to answer me. So all these tools make your work easier. The day I said that you can write a journal article in a day, I know what I'm saying. If you know how to leverage all these tools, it will make you make your work easier. And I think we're going to end that of Google Scholar, Google Notebook LM there. So you can ask, after importing all of those papers, you can say, okay, maybe it should give you some a topic or a research gap based on those things and the likes. Then you'll be able to get your research gap. And so let's move on to consensus AI. This consensus AI works just like the same way your ChatGPT works. So the same way you use your ChatGPT, the same way it works, that is how this thing works as well. So you would see it here. So you can search for research idea based on this. Although some people claim that they've used this before to write papers and it doesn't generate AI statements. So I wonder, my question is that how would you use a AI tool to write a paper and it will not be AI generated? Anyways, the reason is because most of those AI plagiarism checker, they are also not accurate. They can give false negative or false positive. False negative is that the paper is not AI generated or is not plagiarized, and it's giving, it's telling you that it is AI generated. Then false positive is that the paper is AI generated and it's telling you that it is not AI generated. Yeah, I've tried it before. There was a time that I intentionally write a particular paragraph with AI. Then I put it on the plagiarism checker, AI detector. It's telling me that this text is 100% written by Uma. So that is it. So you can use this one just like the same, just as the same way you're going to use your chat GPT. So can anyone give me any idea? And I want another person this time around, not Mrs. Badmos, of a particular topic, like a particular field in which you can get idea of a topic using this consensus here. So I want to put us through how we can use it to get a research idea. Anyone?
Are you saying we should give any research topic?
No, not research topic, any field, like a field that you feel that we can get a research topic from it using this consensus here.
Like education.
Okay, which part of education? Educational management, educational evaluation, which one? Science education, social science education. Pardon? Language.
Education.
Oh, language education. So here now, I want to get started. I want to discuss with consensus, just like the same way I would discuss with someone. I would say that I need a recent research focus in language education. Please note that it must be areas where people are currently working on in the last 2 years and has a lot of underexploited area. So when I do that, you realize that I'm specific here. The reason you get incorrect response or response that are not detailed enough, response that are confusing when using AI is because you don't prompt it well. So if I click this now, so it's searching current research trends and topics in language education. It's even looking at second language acquisition, looking at the underexploited areas. Okay, it's giving me some ideas here now. It's saying that underexploited recent research focus in language education last 2 years. Below are promising topics that are both active and clearly under-researched, suitable as thesis or project focus. AI, especially LLMs, large language models. That's the meaning of LLMs, large language models for studied skills, sub-skills, and context. So it's even giving me some citations, recent systematic review on this. Based on this, I can easily access these papers. I can find the details of the paper. When I click on it, it's going to bring the abstract for me. Don't forget, I don't need to go to Google Scholar to look for the abstract because consensus can give me that. This is the abstract of the paper. Then, even if the PDF is available, it's going to show me the PDF. This is the PDF if I need it. So I can download the PDF from here. Okay, PDF could not load. So to get the PDF, I can easily search for that particular paper, the topic on Google Scholar. If I do this and I go to my Google Scholar, go to my Google Scholar, search for the paper. Okay, then I open it and I want to add it to my Zotero so that I would be able to make reference to it anytime I'm writing. So I click save. When I click save, don't forget it's going to load up and save on my Zotero. So once it's saved on my Zotero, automatically I'll be able to cite it. I think it has saved now. Okay, still saving. As you can see, it has saved here. So if I want to cite it now, okay, it's still loading or something. Okay, it even have full text PDF. Okay, the full text is available. So this is it now, Campton. So when you look at this, you realize that this thing is coming twice. The reason it's coming twice is because I saved it twice. So I can merge duplicate references on my Zotero. So how do I merge it? When I click on this, I'll press Ctrl on my keyboard, then I'll click this one as well. Then I'll right click and click on merge items. Oh, it says it's not of the same version. So since it's not of the same version, then I cannot merge it. So I'll just click on this one. So I would like to delete this second one because this one is not showing PDF. The first one is showing PDF. As you can see, there's PDF icon here. I'll press delete on my laptop and click OK. So I've deleted it. So this is this. This is the citation, Crompton et al. So when I go here, I would click on, let's say I want to cite Crompton et al. Here. I will just click on add citation. Then click on Crompton. There's it here. Then click OK. It has cited it. And automatically it will update it on my list of reference. I don't need to give myself headache looking for how to reference because Zotero can do that on my behalf. So let's go back to what we want to do with consensus here. So it has identified some areas here. Then from there, you can actually look at it and say, okay, let's take, for instance, you want to go for the second one, strategy-based instruction and self-regulated learning beyond university writing. Okay, so you can say, okay, I am interested in topic 2, related researches. Related research. So you are interested in topic 2, related research. How do I get started? Let's discuss. You know, you are facilitating a discussion, not you are not giving it an instruction to help you out. You want to discuss. Okay, it's even suggesting here. Let's talk about it. So when I press this, it's going to search again and give me whatever I want, give me the response I want, the kind of response. So that's how you do it, to keep prompting it until you get to the extent that you will now ask for the strings that you can search for on Google Scholar to get papers related to the topic. So it has bring out some idea I can use here. It says, let's treat topic 2 as recent underexplored research area in language education last 2 years, since that matches your earlier query history. If you meant a different topic, tell me about what it is and I will adjust. Clarify your focus. Answer this quick question. As you can see, it's asking me, what are my focus? You know, it's not just telling me. So now it's making it clear to me now. It's making me understanding the topic very well again. It's saying, which educational level do I want to look at based on this topic? Is it the primary, the secondary, the higher, or the adult education? What context am I looking at? Is it the ESL or is it the EFL? I think I've forgotten the meaning of this ESL. Is it English second language or something? I've forgotten. So ESL or FLL?
Second language.
English second language. I'm right. Thank you for that. And EFL is English foreign language. Yeah. So is it multilingual education, literacy, digital learning, or what? Which angle am I looking at it? Is it the teaching method? Is it the technology that has been used? Is it the assessment? Is or something? So based on this, I will answer this question. So the same way this thing works is the same way Undermind AI works. Just as Undermind AI will have to ask you the question altogether and search for papers based on that. So after answering all these questions, you can now tell it to search for papers relating to those areas and craft at least 3 topics for you. So from those 3 topics, you now pick one for yourself and you'll get started with your work. And most times when you are writing an article, you don't start with a topic. You finish writing your article before you give it a topic. That's what I do most times. I've said this before in our seminars that if it is an article, you finish it before you give it a topic. But if it is a thesis, don't forget that your thesis or your dissertation, you must have a topic first before you can do anything. However, even though you have a topic, you must know the areas in which you are looking at in the topic. So any question on this consensus AI? My laptop will go off any moment from now, so we will not be able to spend 2 hours. So I need to round up in the next 10 minutes. If not, it will just off because there's no light. Any question? Mrs. Badmos, Mr. Tijani, Mr. Shegun, Mr. Tosin, Mr.
No
Rahim.
question. No question from me.
Okay.
Hello, sir.
Yes,
Sorry,
ma'am.
sir. Please, I've been trying to work with this Undermind and the like, but the problem is that it will get to a point that you will be asked for maybe going for the premium
That is the problem
something.
with
You
Undermind.
won't be able to
Yeah,
work.
what I do in Undermind is that I only use it for literature search. I've told us several times that I don't write most of my papers depending on AI. You can only use it for literature search. Yeah, literature search. That's it. Once you search for
And
literature,
even at that, sir, it doesn't allow one to really work as you use under the for the ChatGPT and the like, sir. It is limited
yes,
somehow,
yes,
sir.
yes,
I
yes,
don't know,
yes.
maybe there's a
Yes,
way
that's it.
one
It's
can.
limited. There's no way until one subscribes. But when I look at the subscription, it's very, very high. Only
How do you now?
if we can agree, maybe probably to subscribe, like maybe a form of organization subscription, but their subscription is very, very high. That's the challenge with it.
Mm.
Yeah, their subscription is high. So what I do is
That
that
reminds me, sir. Sorry, sir. Maybe I want to jump the gun. So sorry. The plagiarism, sir. How do you make use of the plagiarism? Is it that you subscribe for it as well, sir? Because I was told that if you have a Unilag registration number, registration mail, the university mail, that you can seamlessly register for it, but it is not the same way because you will still be asked to contact the administrator why you want to register for the plagiarism
yeah,
checker. That is what
you
I'm
mean the
saying.
Turnitin? Yeah, if you want to register for Turnitin as a PhD student, they will give you access. Just go to CITS. I think that's where you will get it.
Yes, I have my mail something registration number already, but it is not that easy using it on the Turnitin. It will still refer you back to administrator
You need
also.
to go to that place to tell so that they will guide you on how to register. But I
They
will
even
do
sent
that.
it to us. They sent the video to us on how to register, but it is not that easy doing the registration
Okay,
on
probably I'll
one
find
go.
out. I don't use Turnitin because I don't have access to it. But I'll find out from my friend that is a PhD candidate. Probably she would it would explain to me how to do that. So probably
Okay,
I'll get
thank
back
you
to you on
very much.
that. Yeah.
Thank
So
you, sir.
any other question? I think we've been able to look like 3 tools now. We looked at Google Scholar Lab, Consensus AI, Notebook LM. Yeah, that's 4. So all these 4, when you bring them together, you would be able to come up with a topic. So what we're going to be doing in the next seminar now is going to be combining all these tools together. We're going to use it to write a literature review of, let's say, about 1 page literature review, so that we'll know how to use them on our individual basis. But with these things that I've told us, I'm very sure that if you leverage on it, you would be able to actually use it yourself without any problem. Most especially the Zotero. I'm very sure a lot of people will be happy knowing how to use Zotero tonight because it's a big issue on how you can organize your reference list. So any question? Because like I said, my laptop may go off any moment from now. Any question? Mr. Shegun, Mr. Rahim, okay, Mr. Tosin said he doesn't have any question. Okay. All right. In the absence of none, I want to appreciate everyone for joining the meeting tonight. And in case you have any question,
Thank you, sir.
yeah,
Thank you, sir.
yeah, in case you have any question, you can just drop it on the group. And I would want us, I don't want us to wait for the time that we organize another seminar for me to train us on how to use those things. So giving us as an assignment, based on what we've discussed tonight, pick a topic of your own and do a literature review of 1 page. Then you send it to the academy's email address. Mr. Rahim, please help us drop the academy's email address and the assignment on the group. So the assignment is that do a literature review of 1 page based on your topic. I mean, do a literature review of 1 page on any field, any topic of your choice related to your field, and send it to the academy's email address. Thank you very, very, very much for joining. So we'll communicate the next day of our seminar to us on the group, and the recording will be edited and posted on our YouTube channel. So let's be on the lookout for that. So anything, Mr. Rahim, any other thing from your hand?
Last doctor.
Hello, Mr. Rahim, anything from your hand? Mr. Rahim is not with us again.
No, not really.
Oh, okay.
I'm having an issue with the network. So
I
let
understand.
me
No
not take
worries,
you back.
you'll be able to catch up. I trust you. Okay, so please let us take our research journey very seriously. Don't settle for less. So if anyone is scheduling you to submit,
Subscribe to Young Researcher Academy and turn on notifications